So I've officially come to the end of myself, and before you get nervous, Jackie's not going to be in this video because she's sleeping and I didn't want to wake her up, but I'm reinventing myself because as I am right now, it's not that I don't like myself, it's that I feel like I'm shedding, like the thing that butterflies do, your cocoon, and you get turned into a pile of goo before you become a butterfly. But this is, I don't want to say deeper than that, but kind of, because I need to get to a new level in my life, and I'm not there yet because I'm not the person I want to be. And I mean, I am her. I don't like the term becoming her because I think you are always her. She was always on the living, breathing on the inside of you. You just gotta cultivate her. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm wearing black. My room is, usually I open up all the blinds and let all the light in, but I'm not in that mood right now. I wanted to create this from a very real place because I can't be myself. The way I am right now has been a beautiful version of me, but this is the very much survival mode Deanna, not codependent, but people pleaser Deanna. Y'all know, if you don't know, if you know this, you just skip ahead, but if you don't know this, I've been through a lot of traumatic things, right? I've had cancer. I fought cancer while I was in college. I got backstabbed. I had a best friend who turned out to be not a friend. She disrespected Jackie, and for those of you who don't know, Jackie's my little kangaroo friend. She usually sits here, but like I said, she's sleeping. And it hurt me because no one has ever come for Jackie. I'm an only child. I've never experienced any romantic love. I've dealt with shame my entire life. I felt constantly ashamed. When you're a Caribbean, I'm Jamaican. I'm first generation Jamaican. My parents were born in Jamaica, moved here, and immigrated here when they were children. But you know, there's so much shame. They make you feel ashamed about everything, about every move you make. I feel like I'm still a child and I'm a grown woman. I'm 23 years old and I don't feel like a grown woman. I still feel like a sheltered kid made to feel ashamed of everything. And it's just so unfortunate because I'm not that person. I'm phenomenal. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a content creator. I am inspiring people because people are telling me I'm apparently inspiring them, which is crazy to me. And I just can't deal with all this shame anymore. It's too much. It's enough, you know. So I made some affirmations of who I want to be, and I'm not going to read you all of them because it's personal. But one of the things I would like to be more of is embrace how much of a threat I am, embrace how intimidating I am. And in my personal life, I've received so much hatred and evilness towards me in my life, in my I'm going to be 24 this year, but in my 23 years, I've experienced a giant heap of and people who antagonize me. It's because they're threatened by me, and by their actions, they are threatened by me, right? And when I say threat, I'm talking ruin my job last year. When I was working, I found out my initiatives that I was starting were getting swept under the rug. Everything I did was getting, other people would make a mess, but then it would get pinned on me intentionally, and I would be the fall guy. I was trying to speak up and say, this is what's happening to me, and no one cared. And it's just I'm rethinking my relationship with church. Not because I think all churches are bad. I just think there's so much hypocrisy there where it's supposed to be a safe space and a safe place. I haven't experienced that yet where I felt like I thought I did, but then I was really doing stuff and I realized this is not a safe space. This is I literally actually nearly attempted to ex-nay I don't know how to speak Pig Latin, but me. And I just, some days grief healing isn't really what you think it is, because some days it's easy, some days it's really hard. And right now I feel a lot of shame and a lot of guilt and a lot of anxiety, and I can't be this way. And it's not like even when I'm this newer version of myself, I'm not gonna feel that way. But when I feel feelings, I really feel them, and I feel myself just being weighed down by this grief. And it's just like, it's enough. It's just enough. And it's interesting that, I'm doing something new with my channel, or just, doing things with my channel. And it's like the current audience I have, a lot of them are here for hair. And that's the issue with going viral for a video. When you go viral for a video, you're known for that. Whatever it was, let's say you went viral for hair. That's what I'm known as. And that's not my intention. While I'm grateful because it has launched my my platform, I do other things. And it's like the algorithm hasn't pushed it yet. So I wanted to be open with you guys, because I'm gonna, when you guys see all the different blessings and opportunities that are gonna just happen this year, I don't want anyone to ever get the thought that, oh, she was just always successful, she was just always abundant, she was just always had it, like, it just came so easy to her. And I'm like, no, it didn't. It really didn't. I think there's so much, the lack of authenticity is so scary and stupid, and and everything is basically a lie. Like, social media is a lie, and it shouldn't be. Or people overplay their drama for attention, which is still a lie. And I can't be a people pleaser anymore. I care way too much about what people think, in the sense of, like, I was at the gym the other day, and I was doing like a cable machine exercise, and I was kind of like, the girl behind me, she was on the Smith machine, and I noticed she was stopping, and I was kind of in her mirror way. So I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I should stop. And I'm like, no, I have a gym membership. I deserve to be here. If the roles were reversed, you think she'd be concerned that I'm in her way? No, she would continue working out. And it's like, part of being empathetic is, and it's trying to be mindful, because it's like, I'm empathetic, but I'm not really mindful, so I tend to to people please, and like, okay, am I doing the right thing, and a part of it is like, I truly want to treat others the way I'd like to be treated, and I'm not changing off of that. I would never do something to someone I wouldn't want them for myself. But I have to start establishing more healthy boundaries for myself. Otherwise, I'm just going to get lost. Even with my parents, I'm learning how to do that, because a big part of it is they're only now just kind of a little bit starting to see me as an adult. And also, if you guys see me doing this, I worked out yesterday, and my whole back and my whole everything hurts. And I had my belt test for Taekwondo, and then I went to martial arts again. So I'm just not, it's just a lot. Even with food is another thing. I feel a lot of shame. I wanted to order food, and the thing about ordering food is, it's like convenient. In college, I always did it because I'm like, I'm not eating dining hall food all the days of my life. No. But the thing now is just like, oh, what are my parents gonna say? Like, oh, they're gonna be like, Deanna, save your money. Deanna, don't order. We have food. And it's just like, I just really want a 15-piece lemon pepper from Wingstop right about now. And I just don't want to have to justify what I do. And that's what I constantly feel like I'm doing. I constantly feel like I'm having to justify my thoughts, my opinions, who I am. And it's something I don't want to do anymore with anyone. But it really starts at home, because I still do that with my parents, because it's like, well, why did you buy this? Why did you do this? Why are you going here? What are you doing? And it's trying to help, like, if you have Caribbean parents or African parents or non-white parents, you probably will understand. And it's just too much. And sometimes I really sit back and think about my life, and I'm like, bro, it's too much. And it's like, what's annoying with my parents, especially my dad, not to put him on blast or anything, is I have so much trauma that I'm healing from, right? So like the moments where I'm calm, like let's say I'm just watching TV and I'm laughing, he'll be like, see, life's good. I'm like, I'm still dealing with trauma here, Dad. And it's like they don't know that because mental health was never addressed. I mean, think about this, especially amongst black people, where like there was no time to ever process 400 years of trauma. You have slavery. What's the processing of that? Like, they're just trying to survive for generations. And then you have Jim Crow. And in Jamaica and Caribbean countries where it wasn't called Jim Crow, but it was still very much, even though it's a homogenous society of just black people, very much still very racist, evil, prejudice, white supremacy reigning. So it's like for years and years, it's just trying to survive, trying to survive. You're obviously my grandparents, they're just trying to survive. They're just trying to, now we get to like, well, they're just trying to put the food on the table. They're just trying to give them, bring them up all to this country, which is hard. All my aunts and uncles came at the same time. So, which is hard because a lot of times, a lot of people, if you have immigrant parents, especially in like Caribbean, they'll leave their kids. Like the parents will come and they'll maybe take a kid and leave the rest. And it's just like, because it's hard to bring all your kids up at the, like, I mean, it was easier. I don't say semi easier at the time, but it was still really hard to bring. Ain't nothing easy about that. It was just tough. So now with your parents, this generation, my parents, you know, they're just like, okay, not only do we give you food, shelter, water, all the bare necessities, we also we go on vacation. You have technology. You have your own room. You have, you know, we didn't have our own room growing up. You're in private school. You have all the things. You got a TV. Like, what is there to be upset about? Like, just be grateful. And it's like, it's not that I'm ungrateful. I'm trying to process trauma. And it's like, now that we're in therapy, they're kind of like, oh, okay, and we understand. Like, especially like, I guess my mom, dads are weird, but my mom, she's like, okay, I understand more. But my dad, he's still, because he has a lot of unresolved trauma too, he's still trying to come. And it's not to put my parents on blast, but it's like they can only give so much. The problem is they still project. And I still have to tell my mom, don't baby me. I got to tell my dad, please don't baby me. And they're like, oh, we're not always going to be around. I'm like, y'all, please, not today. So, it's very much a grieving right now. And I'm not always like this, but that's what healing is. That's what growth is. You're not always going to be like this. I actually don't even know who's going to watch this content. I mean, hopefully y'all who are watching it, but it's like, I don't know if you can relate to this or not. I don't know if it's just me, but I just know I'm reinventing myself because this can't go on. The grief, the shame, more than anything right now, shame is a huge trigger. And right now I just feel an overwhelming amount of like shame. And it really sucks that that's how I feel, but that's where I am. And I have to come to the end of myself on this one because this is like I mean, I don't want to say it's anti-abundance, but it's like I can't be abundant in anything if I'm not honest. And I could have made a video about how to glow. I could have did a skincare routine. I could have made other things, but it's like I need to make content from an honest place. And I would have to be up and cheery, and I'm not in that mood right now. I barely wanted to make this video. Like, I just wanted to do it to be honest. So yeah. This is so uncomfortable. There's nothing, you know, I know a lot of people look, so yeah, you just live this blessed, privileged life. It's been a very tough life. It's like, well, you know, at least, you know, you have this, that, and the other thing. It's like, you can, that's like people who are really, really, really wealthy, and their kids are like, hey, you're not a good parent. It's like, you have your own yacht. What is there to complain about? It's like, well, I understand that, but you're not there for me emotionally. You've never emotionally supported me. Another thing I'm realizing, not just now, but is I've never really felt love the way I give love, and that's something I didn't think about again until now. Dang it. But it's like, dang, And it's coming. Those things are coming. But it is a sad realization to realize, for being such a loving person, I've never felt like I've gotten that in return and back to me. And it's coming. All those things are coming. I just have to be honest, like, ooh, that really, dang, that really sucks. So it's where I am right now. I just wanted to make usually my videos go surpassing 30-40 minutes, even passing an hour, but it's just a quick video to say I'm reinventing myself. And I can't be in that. When you see the new me, you're gonna be, hopefully you're not like, see, she was always this poppin', she was always this and always that. Hopefully when you see this, it's gonna be like, oh wow, what a transformation. Like, if she can go from experiencing trauma, overcoming pain, and all this other stuff, to glowing and all these new opportunities, I can do it too. Hopefully that inspires you in that way, to be like, I can do it, you can do it. And I consider myself to struggle a lot. I struggle with opening bottles and packages. You don't believe me? Go watch any video on my channel. I struggle just in general with life and little stuff. Like, I'm telling you, you ever seen a hair video where I'm just trying to open something? I don't know if you, it's not a running gag I do for my channel. I'm literally struggling. So, ow. Okay. Well, I do love you guys, and for those people who watch my content and appreciate me, not just the content, but all of me, Jackie, I really thank you, because you guys mean so much to me. I get so much emails and stuff, and it's hard to respond to everyone, but I just wanted to say thank you, because I wouldn't be anywhere without y'all. Like, it's y'all that are supporting me, that are helping me. I thank you guys for being the platform that's building. You guys are this. I'm not the platform. Y'all are the platform. Like, so I thank you. I just thank you for the way you guys love me. And it's like, whoa, it's so cool that you can love someone you've never met. And it's just like, I love you guys, and I thank you guys for loving me enough to support me and to, you know, be a part of the Glow Patrol, which is what we're called, the Glow Patrol. We patrol for glowing's sake. So yeah. Okay, I didn't eat anything, and it's like 11:30. So alright, y'all. I love you, even though she's sleeping. Jackie loves you, and we'll see you in the next video.